What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I came across this article about Rachel Nichols. She was partying with James Harden and Joel Embiid, right? And apparently people were saying that they were using her to get Jimmy Butler back, right? To team up with them, right? We all know the rumors about Rachel Nichols and Jimmy Butler. I made a video about it. I think he kind of semi-denied it. I don't know if he full-on denied it. That is Jimmy Butler. Didn't really give any type of energy to it for the most part. But you got to ask yourself the question. A woman that basically got canceled is seen with NBA players. You know what that tells me? That tells me that Rachel Nichols is very well liked in the NBA community, despite what happened and transpired at ESPN. And I think a lot of NBA players like Rachel Nichols, despite what anybody wants to believe. Rachel Nichols is still very popular with a lot of those people. And I believe she's still cool with James Harden. Now, why they were partying her, we're going to get into the article, but this is going viral on social media. There are a lot of people who are mocking Jimmy Butler over, Rachel Nichols. But I want to say this too. I believe, again, Rachel Nichols got railroaded. I don't believe Rachel Nichols should have gotten fired. I think that was a situation where it was social media popularity. And when you're popular on social media, people are going to side with the other person over you. And I don't really think anything particularly that Rachel Nichols said was harmful to anybody. But I do find her being with, these NBA players, I do find it to be very ironic because she lost her job due to her wanting to keep her position on NBA ESPN TV, right? So let's see what the talk about is on social media. What the talk's about anyway. Joel Embiid using Rachel Nichols to get Jimmy Butler back. NBA Twitter reacts to former ESPN reporter seen partying with JoJo and James Harden. I told y'all, man, there's a lot of players, either retired or current, who still like Rachel Nichols. You don't see Maria Taylor out and about around these NBA players. NBA Twitter reacts to former ESPN anchor Rachel Nichols seen partying with Sixers players Joel Embiid and James Harden. The NBA is a big business, with each team trying to get as good as they can to try and compete for a championship. However, to actually be good enough to be in the running for a chip is not as easy as people make it seem to be. The Brooklyn experiment shows that getting multiple superstars in the same jersey doesn't guarantee a win. If a trio is generational, talents like James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant can't win a chip together, then who can? However, since bailing out from the Rockets and then the Nets, James Harden has a reputation on the line with the Sixers in order to help them develop a championship caliber roster. He even took a massive $14 million pay cut, while Daryl Morey and company are working on the front lines to sign and trade for players. Joel and Harden also took matters into their own hands. Let's see. Recently, images surfaced of Joel and James at a club. Former ESPN reporter Rachel Nichols. First off, what Rachel Nichols doing in the club? Now, I don't know what her status is. I heard that she was married. This was as of a year ago. I don't know if she still is married. I don't know what she's doing in the club. I don't know if she was invited. But yeah, she's there. Maybe she ain't got nothing else going on. Maybe she's just out enjoying herself or whatnot. But as you can see, she is still very popular with a lot of those players. Okay. For those who still don't get it, there's a big rumor about Jimmy Butler and Rachel Nichols getting together during the NBA bubble in Orlando. No theories have been proven or disproven. However, that doesn't stop NBA Twitter. This is tampering to get Jimmy Butler back. Oh, they didn't. Oh, they doing something. That's for sure. LOL. that first frame, Jimmy Butler reaction. Let's see. Jimmy gonna see these pics, get jealous. It's not certain whether it was just friends hanging out or this combo had an ulterior motive. However, one thing is for sure, Jimmy Butler won't be happy. Well, maybe not. But it's interesting to see where Rachel Nichols is, because she was basically almost, I won't say blackballed, but she left ESPN on the worst terms, and it had to do with, again, social media. And I think people probably have already forgotten about that. The only people that really care are these social media activists. And with Jimmy Butler, listen, we don't know if what happened, but I don't think that everything is a coincidence. And if you look at the interview that he did with Rachel Nichols, it was very interesting. Now, that could be said in a lot of situations, but obviously they were very cool with each other. Like, take a look at this. There's a clip from ESPN, right? I can't play the audio because I don't want no issues copyright-wise. Now, this is one of the interviews they've had. And it always seemed like it was very familiar, friendly energy. So that's why people will look at these and be like, you know, maybe they're really, 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 really cool with each other, you know? And I go back to what D. Wade did when Jimmy Butler commented on his wife's photos. Like, Jimmy Butler had commented on Gabrielle Union's photo, and then, you know, Dwayne Wade got defensive with him. Like, man, don't be commenting on my wife's photo. Like, you know, does he know something about Jimmy Butler that we don't? Is Jimmy Butler known to go after athletes' girlfriends or what? I don't know. Or go after married women? I don't know. But it just was weird to see. Now, people say, well, it was friendly. Maybe. But it came off as if he was being defensive towards, you know, Jimmy Butler speaking to his wife. You know, it just came off as he was being defensive. And I can understand people looking at it and saying that, you know, Jimmy Butler, Rachel Nichols, she's getting these interviews with him that nobody else is getting. You know, something must be up. Their friendship must be really, really good, you know? And I would never put anything past pro athletes nowadays. I really would not. And again, we know what we know from people based off of what we see on social media. So when I can say that Jimmy Butler, and, you know, as far as his playing ability on the court, Jimmy Butler has done a lot for that Miami team. The Miami team looks like it could be a contender in the East for years to come as long as they put the right pieces there. Eric Spoelstra has done a good job with what they have. They just have to continue to improve. But, you know, as far as Rachel Nichols, listen, Rachel Nichols should not have gotten fired. Those NBA players still like her. She's still a likable person. I just feel like in this age of social media, you see this Caucasian woman, you know, she's quote unquote hating on this black woman. That's not really what the case was. And if you were to ask most NBA players, they will tell you that they like Rachel Nichols. They think she's cool. They could go to the club and hang out with her, but they can't hang out with no Maria Taylor. I'm telling you right now. I don't think Maria Taylor is these guys would be cool hanging out with her. I just don't sense that they would have a good time hanging out with her. Maybe, maybe not. But, I mean, they clearly like being around Rachel Nichols. So does Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler likes being around her too. Now, are the rumors true? I don't know. Because nobody has really denied it. She hasn't denied it, and he really hasn't. He sort of kind of tried to deflect deny, but he hasn't denied it. I think there's a close bond there. I really do. Now, is it a close enough bond for him to go to the Sixers? Maybe. Nah. He ain't going to the Sixers. Come on, man. Let's be real about it. Jimmy Butler is not going to the Sixers. Not today. Not any day. Why would he go back there? Like, the money would have to be good for Jimmy Butler to leave Miami to go back to the 76ers, he'd have to believe that they are contenders. He'd have to believe that they have a chance to win a championship. I don't think Jimmy Butler believes they have a chance to win a championship. It don't matter if they're hanging out with Rachel Nichols or not. It don't matter. Now I will say this though. If Rachel Nichols and Jimmy Butler are intimate with each other or know each other on a very, very intimate level, it could sway things, right? She could be working for Daryl Morey because, again, she's not at ESPN anymore, so we don't know what she's doing. At least I don't know what she's doing. She could be working for Daryl Morey, behind the scenes to facilitate to get Jimmy Butler to Philadelphia. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.